So last but not least, we're going to have some words from the left coast. Tim Reed with Reed Mariculture. Been in business for a long time, producing some great algae. Tim, you with us? There you are.
I am with you. I am sharing my screen.
Seeing you.
Got to push all the buttons.
There you go.
All right. And then you got to start from the beginning. Come on, baby. There it is. Okay. As Jeff just said, we've been at this for a while. Most of you all know us. I do want to also say thank you for having us here. It was a great 2 days. Really appreciated it. Seen something besides the walls of my greenhouse and my algae ponds. It's nice to connect with y'all and get to finish off the trade show today. So get to it. We do microalgae, and we go wherever microalgae goes. So it's not just microalgae; it's also zooplankton. I'll show you a little. That's one of my favorites right there. That is a new copepod we've been promoting, Apocyclops. It can grow on algae concentrate alone. You don't need live microalgae to grow this guy. And it could be a game changer for a lot of different marine fish. A lot of the ornamental growers are using it already. So anyways, that's just a beautiful picture. So we are the plankton people, microalgae and zooplankton, and I've got a little video here to share. Oh, come on, come back. Push play. There it is. Tell me if the volume's low this time.
I'm Tim Reed, co-founder and CEO of Reed Mariculture.
And I'm Lynn Reed, Chief Operating Officer. Reed Mariculture is the innovator and producer of instant algae and instant zooplankton, live and concentrate feeds for larviculture. Our mission is to ensure hatchery success.
We call ourselves the plankton people. We take care of the little guys. We provide hatcheries with superior feeds for shellfish, shrimp larvae, marine finfish, and ornamental aquaculture. We have been in the plankton business for more than 25 years. In 1994, my brother, my parents, and I started a family-run business. We have grown to meet the expanding needs of the aquaculture industry and marine hatcheries, with distribution and staff nearly as diverse as our customer base. But at the center, we are still a family-run business with 3 generations actively working. We found our place in aquaculture in 1997 after giving a talk at Aquaculture America about our success using wrasse, recirculating aquaculture, to grow microalgae to feed the oysters. The oysters were interesting, but everyone wanted to know how we grew so much microalgae and could they buy some. We now offer 7 species of algae, specialized feeding and enrichment blends, weaning pellets, 2 species of rotifers, 3 species of copepods, the hatcheries, research centers, and marine ornamental enthusiasts in more than 90 countries around the world. Our mission at Reed Mariculture is to ensure hatchery success. Microalgae and zooplankton can be a big challenge for hatcheries. They can be a bottleneck in production, they can be difficult to grow, and they come with a lot of risk. Cultures crash, quality can be poor, and cultures can become contaminated and hurt production. Here are 6 ways we offer value to ensure hatchery success. Refrigerated and frozen microalgae concentrate, always there when you need them. Superior nutrition, intact whole cell feeds with the right lipids, amino acids, sterols, and carotenoids. Consistent results with reliable and consistent feeds. Easy to use. Friendly, helpful customer service and technical support. And superior shipping and logistics. At Reed Mariculture, we're always making improvements and introducing new products. We're excited about our new frozen algae blend for larval shrimp, larval, post-larval, and brood stock bivalves, LPV. LPV is a blend of Tetrasalmus, Thalassia styra white floatii, Thalassia styra pseudonana, and a touch of schizocytrium. LPB is our first frozen blend for shrimp and bivalves and has a 2-year shelf life. We are also excited about our new copepod, Apocyclops, a copepod that can be cultured with microalgae concentrates and no live algae. We look forward to seeing you in the hatcheries and trade shows soon. For now, know that you can rely on Reed Mariculture for microalgae and zooplankton to ensure your hatchery's success.
All right. Anyways, that's a little bit about who we are. Had to throw in the rotifer weather vane at the end. It was made by some of our guys. It was just fun. So our algae, Isochrysis, Tetrasalamus pavlova, 2 species of Thalassiocyra, Nanachloropsis. What you're familiar with mostly is in the shellfish industry is shellfish diet. It's been out there for a long time. Isochrysis, Thalassiocyra pseudonana are the major components with a good touch of pavlova, Tetrasalamus, and Thalassiocyra weisflogii. Those last 2 cells are a little bit big for first feeding larvae, and so we've got some hatcheries that are trying out a blend with just the Isochrysis, the Thalassiocyra pseudonana, and pavlova, and they like it. So if there's enough of a demand, we'll make more products. And of course, you can always buy the individual algae and mix whatever blend you want yourself. But one of the things that is new is our frozen line. Now, we've been selling frozen line Nanachloropsis-based feeds into finfish for a long time. The Tetrasalamus, of course, has been into shellfish industry for a long time. This is our first blended feed for mainly for spat and broodstock, but older larvae can also take it, and that's LPB. It's a frozen shellfish diet, mostly Tetrasalamus, but with a lot of diatoms, Thalassiocyra weisflogii, and again, a little bit of pseudonana and a touch of schizocytrium to boost up the DHA. 2-year, how's it compared to the shellfish diet? It's a 2-year frozen shelf life. In terms of economics, you get about twice the algae for about the same cost. And so you can store it better, ships more cost effectively. It's just as easy to use. The only thing is once you open a bottle, once you defrost a bottle, you really need to go ahead and use it within a week or 2, week or 10 days, whereas the shellfish diet will last in your refrigerator much, much longer. More intact fecal strings, that's one thing that's quite noticeable when you use it. Did a little study down at Carlsbad Aqua Farms, and this is a very typical result for all of our feeds. When you start using the algae concentrate as a supplement to live algae, they were using 100% live Isochrysis. First replaced it with 33% LPB on a biomass basis, and got a significant increase in growth and survival. They then replaced 2/3 of their live algae with LPB and still got a significant increase in growth and survival. When you go to 100% algae concentrate, that didn't do quite as well as the live algae, but it's still the spat still grew just fine on it. But whatever it is that the algae concentrates, when added to live algae, actually gives you better growth than live algae by itself. It could be the diversity of feed, not entirely sure what it is, but it's a very consistent result. And of course, this is with Pacific oysters. With the Virginica, people have been using the shellfish diet for years and years with Virginica with no problem at all. Scott Reichert down at Auburn's built his entire program off of it, and it's fabulous. So you know, there's frozen algae that's defrosted, been frozen for a year, and not the best picture in the world, but you can still see that the cells are intact and have all their goodies in them. Biosecurity, I know biosecurity is a big issue. Our system is 100% closed RAS system, no ocean water, we make our own. 20 kilometers from the ocean, no aquaculture nearby, no vectors of contamination. We do raise zooplankton here, but no bivalves and no shrimp and no fish. So there's no vectors of contamination, and we do azocasein ectoprotease, that's a mouthful, testing so that there's no Vibrio contamination, and we're quite confident of that. Nobody's ever had a problem with contamination from our algae. And lastly, I want to mention Colby Johnson. He's our newest team member. He comes from Humboldt State University and University of Alaska. He's been in the field for over a decade. He is a fish geek. He loves this field. He loves this industry. He's got the right mindset. He's got the right passion. And he will be helping us with some research. He's right now doing some research with optimizing seahorse feeds and possibly throwing in some taurine as an ingredient for the seahorses, but optimizing the DHA and EPA. But where you'll run into him is he's going to be helping us with some of our accounts, outreach to customers, getting feedback from customers, what's working, what's not working, what can we do better. So, and that's what I got. There's our algae. Questions? Stop the share. There we go.
Great stuff, Tim.
All right.
That's great. Anybody? Questions? Comments? Swear words?
Hopefully none of that.
All right.
Reactions to the trade show in general? You guys happy we did this?
Unmute before
Yes.
You have to unmute for us to hear you speak.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
think
It's a great experience.
Was well done.
Good experience.
Well done.
I think it was a great success, certainly better than I had feared. Thanks to our excellent tutelage by Connie Smith, who led the way and helped us through these challenging Zoom conferences. And appreciate all of you guys tuning in to make it a success. It wouldn't have worked without you.
And finally,
Hi,
as the
boys.
treasurer of East Coast Shellfish Growers Association, I'd like to remind you that you can all send your dues in for 2021. Might be a tough time to do it this time of year when you make some money. It'd be great to get it going. We did pretty well last year with our membership, in spite of the problem with the pandemic. But we want to keep Skid happy and employed. And he's been doing a lot for all you guys through the whole year. So don't forget to, pay your dues. And just so you realize, I'm from Jersey and I've got all of your addresses. So thank you all for participating. I was not sure how this was going to work out, but I think it worked out pretty well. And I think that maybe we ought to do something like this, just having some conversations at other time of the year about what you think is going on, maybe how you think some input about East Coast shellfish growers, maybe some issues you might have some problems with, if you like sharing problems and asking for help, or just having a little recount of how things went during the year. I think we might try to do something like that if we can't get together in person. So.
Sandy Shumway has been texting me saying she's interested in doing something like this for the NSA meeting coming up in a few months. So Vendors who might be interested in participating and doing something like this for the NSA meeting, certainly get in touch with Sandy or me, and we'll see if we can get something started.
Yeah, he's not lying. I don't grow things, but I really enjoyed these presentations, and I think it would be a great addition, especially since we're going to be all virtual this year. So you're all welcome.
So everybody gets a front row seat. That's great.
No
All
obscure
right, folks, thanks. Time for cocktails. See you all next time. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.